Hey besties, I am Maria with I Am Maria Boss. I am your most favorite and loved manifestation coach because I'm that effing awesome. Most of you might know me from TikTok. I have over 100,000 followers on there, or you might be following me on my Instagram. If not, just know I offer one-on-one coaching. That's below in the description. Share, follow, and subscribe so that way more people have access to my amazing content that helps break it down easily, helping you manifest the right way. Let's talk about one of the hugest manifestation mistakes that people make that keep them stuck in the reality that they don't want, or their people, whether it's a specific person, a boss, or whoever that you're trying to change in that undesirable state or reality. What's the number one mistake that keeps us stuck? That is stalking or checking the 3D for evidence. What do I mean by this? I mean by stalking your social media, right? Whether you're trying to manifest your specific person, you want to see if the third party's gone, or maybe you keep checking your email. Ooh, did I get that email about the promotion yet? Ooh, or maybe it's just checking to see if anything has changed. A lot of you think, oh, there's no harm in this. There's actually more harm than good. And let me explain why. That is because you are letting your old self-concept run you. A lot of you will affirm, imagine, or maybe do inner conversations for a little bit, and then you go stalk, and then you go check. The truth is, your evidence is the checking, the stalking. You're obviously not in the right state. This doesn't mean that it can't be flipped, but the number one thing you need to do in order to stop creating the state is stop doing it. Let's really think about this for a moment. If you actually were starting to believe or entertain the idea that this is possible or that this new reality exists for you, would you really be checking? Would you really be stalking? No, you wouldn't be. Even though you're doing all that other work, you're pretty much negating it because you already have a strong feeling, right, when you go to check or to stalk that things haven't changed yet. And if the feeling has subsided, that's your evidence that you're entertaining that new reality, that new state by using affirmation, affirmations, inner conversations, or scripting, whatever your thing is. The truth is, there is no one way to get there. The techniques are there to help you shift and become that new version of you. When we give into this, we're giving into the old story, the old belief of this. And even though we're doing the other work, it's almost like it negates the other one because the other one is so strong and ingrained in us that it keeps us stuck there. Yes, giving into that old behavior keeps you stuck because you already have an old belief. You taking this action is just proof that you're still this old version. You still have this undesired self-concept about your specific person, your boss, your finances, your family, whatever the thing that you're trying to change in your current reality. And the number one way to get out of this is by stop taking the action that is keeping you stuck there. And yes, stalking, snooping, checking the 3D, right? Constantly asking people, oh, did they ask about me? Did you hear anything about the promotion? Especially if it's forced or manipulated. You cannot control your manifestations. It is not up to you. That's the beauty in all this. I promise you, it'll work out in a way even better than you could have ever imagined. The great aspect of it, because you don't know how it's going to unfold, that's how you're able to receive it. And a lot of times when a lot of us give up this resistance, we notice we start changing faster because we no longer truly believe in this state. We don't no longer have a strong conviction that this isn't working for us or that we have to try to control or micromanage the how. Trying to see, just trying to take a quick look or just check our email, maybe just one more time because, maybe I didn't see it. Maybe it went to our spam. This is not how it works. Your manifestations will chase you. An example of how our manifestations always come to us and let us know when they're ready is this one time when I worked at United. I remember I was on my way to my floor and I met this lady about to interview for a job position. I remember her telling me how anxious she was. She really needed this to work out and how she really wanted to work for the company. On the way up, we started talking about manifestation and law of attraction, and I could tell that she didn't understand Neville. So I started to explain to her that she had to believe that she was going to kill this, that she could, get the position, that it was hers, that either way, both realities existed, but she needed to focus on the one she wanted. As we were walking up, I got introduced to her manager. Her manager was this really nice lady. We had a really great talk and I wished her all the best. And I actually imagined that she got the position. After this happened, I didn't think about the lady or her manager. A few days later, we had food catered to us on our floor, but I ran into her manager again without even trying to look for her. And we started having a conversation about her. I just remember telling her she seemed like a really sweet lady, that I could tell she really wanted the position, but she was really nervous. The manager confirmed that, and I could tell that after we had this conversation, very confident in her, and she was mentioning how she didn't realize maybe she was nervous and that she did seem like a good fit. I didn't think anything past that. I told the manager, hey, see you around. Great running into you. She pretty much said the same thing to me, see you later, and I didn't speak to her again. Fast forward about a week and a half later, I'm in the elevator. It's about to close, and this lady stops me and goes, Maria, oh my God, my angel. I'm just like, hi. And the lady came up to me and she goes, you don't remember who I am, do you? And I go, no, I'm sorry. Can you just refresh my memory? And she goes, absolutely. We were in the elevator when I was going on to my interview, and I was really nervous. And you told me to focus on what I wanted and focus on me getting the position, and that I deserved it and that I could have it if I wanted to. And I was like, oh yeah. And she's like, I got the job. I'm here signing paperwork. I was so excited for her. She hugged me. We had a really good conversation in the elevator. And she's like, if it wasn't for you, I would not have gotten this job. I imagined for her. And then I ended up having that conversation with her manager that helped her ultimately get the job. And I didn't even know at the time that was the bridge. That was the way it was supposed to unfold. Did I go looking for the lady or the manager or do those things on purpose? No, they were natural things that I did. Me running into her was my higher self letting me know, hey, you manifested this correctly and now it's here. Do not go looking for things. They will find you. You just get this feeling to go to the Starbucks 45 minutes away from your house. You like going there because they have a special pumpkin latte that you can't find anywhere else, okay? Let's say when you walk into that Starbucks, you see Dave with another gentleman and you're like, who's this? You end up in the line, Dave says hello, and Dave goes, hey, Brittany, this is the hiring manager at Google. And you're like, oh, hi, I'm Brittany. Then the hiring manager, Bob, goes, hey, Brittany, I remember you. You just applied for that senior executive position that Dave recommended you for. And you're like, yeah, I just did. And let's just say you just start having this conversation, and next thing you know, because you ran into your friend Dave at this coffee shop, Starbucks, whatever you want to call it, this was your bridge to getting the position. And a week later, because you guys sat down and had this amazing conversation, Bob felt that you were the perfect fit. You didn't even have to interview. It was done. It was yours. And that was your bridge. Did you know it was going to happen that way? No. Trust your natural impulses. Never try to control. Just live your life. The sooner you just allow things to happen and go with the flow versus trying to resist them and say this means that, and oh, I haven't seen my SP in X amount of time, or talking to this person or gotten an email back. None of that effing matters. The most important part of this is being the version of you that already has that and living in the end of that through whatever technique that you need to use to help you get there. We don't know how it's going to play out. And trust me, that is for a reason. It is key for you to stop checking, snooping the 3D in order for you to get what you want, because you are the only one getting in your way. I guarantee you, if you are stalking, snooping, checking, you don't believe, even if you are trying to persist, because that fear, that old version of you is more dominant within you. And I promise, by stopping doing those things, by no longer checking, by no longer stalking, and deciding to go within in those moments, there's a number of things that you can do. Remember, if you're triggered, don't go check, feel it. I teach you guys this, and that means sitting with it, allowing it to pass over you, and then give yourself what you need through affirmations. Remind yourself of who you really are as well, and then entertain the reality where you have what you want. That's all you need to do in order to get this. And the moment that you stop doing those behaviors, because the new version of you doesn't do that, because you have what you want and you're confident about it. Really think about that. before you continue doing the patterns that are keeping you stuck in your undesired state, self-concept, or assumptions that are not serving you. Remember, your undesired assumptions, predominant thoughts is the state. And you can shift states by stopping the old behaviors, because that's what keeps us stuck there.